Hello, everybody, and happy Sunday and a very happy Mother's Day to all. Whether you're a mother, and if you're not a mother, you're celebrating your mother and even our grandmothers, because to me, my grandmother was more than a mother, if you know what I mean. And I know that a lot of people that I know were practically raised by their grandmothers. So today is Mother's Day and Grandmother's Day. All of those grandmothers and mothers that helped raise us and helped make us the human beings that we are. If you're a mother, such as myself, then we have to celebrate us and all of the accomplishments that we've made being a mother. It's a challenging road. We learn a lot about ourselves, but it's a beautiful day to celebrate because sometimes we just really need to kind of like pause and really absorb and think about what we do as well, not just as mothers, but as women too. That also, I don't want to exclude any men out there. I do not want Father's Day is on a different day, but men too. Men should also take a breather and a pause and think about their accomplishments and what they've achieved in life and what they've learned. This applies for everyone. What a beautiful day. I hope everyone is spending the day beautifully today. Lots of flowers around, lots of hearts, lots of cards, lots of hugs and cuddles, all the good stuff. And before I go on, I forgot to introduce myself. Hello and welcome. I'm Natalie, your international psychic medium and energy reader and healer. And this is Femme Tarot. All right, how's everybody doing today? Happy Sunday to all the Femme villagers. The village is growing and it's all because of you. Oh, all right. Let's send good vibes and prayers to your mom, Tracy, that she's going to come home from the hospital this week. And what I do get is that she will give it a couple of 3 days. I want to say 3 days, 3 days before she comes home. So almost there, almost there. Hello to the beautiful Denise. Hello, happy Mother's Day, happy Sunday. Please let me know if anyone can tech check for me, because things have been lagging on my computer today, which is really weird. So I'm a little bit worried today. About Alexis in the house. Hello, Femme Villager Alexis. Yeah. Hello. Danielle, aka Danny, is in the house as well. Hugs, and love to everyone. Thank you. Everybody follow Zolfa's lead and like this video before we start. Okay, Alexis says the video is a bit blurry. All right, let me just drop myself real quick. Hold on. Let me drop myself real quick and come back. I think I've figured something out, what to do with this, how this is going to work. All right, dropping myself. I'll be back. Let me know. Hopefully this is going to work now. I don't know. It's one of those days. Friday's live. Everything was perfect. Today it's blurry. I give up. It's 2025. Why are we still struggling with technology, especially when we've got AI now? Yes, Alexis is giving a thumbs up. Okay, that was it. There you go. That's all we needed. Perfect. Hopefully it will kind of like get even better as we go, because I've noticed that's what happens. But anyways, all right, so today's reading. So I want everyone to stay till the end because I do have a little surprise for you. This comes from a Femme Villager, and she has something amazing for all of you. So stay till the end because I've got to share something with you. And I've said this before, if you guys have a small business, and or any type of business, or you have a hobby and let's say you're making crafts or you want to sell, come on, let me know. Let me know. Because why? Because it's all about Femmes for Femmes. And I've said this before, and I'll give you a shout out because this village is all about helping each other, supporting each other, uplifting each other. And this is what we do here. So, and this is what we're going to do. And I have something amazing for all of you. Again, it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. I don't know what to do. I'm checking all of my, hold on, let me just check everything to make sure that. What? What do you mean, Ness? Like 320 pixels wide. I mean, I know it's probably looks like we're back in the early 2Ks, 2YKs where everything was dial up. Hard line, the internet, not Wi-Fi. I'm connected to the Ethernet, and I've got a very, like, literally the modem is right here and it's connected directly to the modem. So I don't know what's going on. Let me check. No, so everything seems fine. Now I'm blurry because that's my camera. Okay, I don't want to waste too much time. How blurry is it from 1 to 10 being the worst to you guys? So I know if I need to drop down again or come back up again. I'm so sorry, guys. I don't know what is up with this situation here. Yeah, the audio is good. Try dialing on your phone and see it. 10. So also saying it's a 10, it's bad. Okay, I'll drop myself real quick. One more time. Okay, hopefully this worked. All right, we just have to live with this crap right now, and hopefully it will get better as we get into this live stream. No idea what's happening. If anyone's a tech out there, let me know. I'm connected to the Ethernet directly onto the modem. I do have a fast line. I'm using a DSLR camera, a Canon, all the good stuff. I have MacBook Pro. I don't know what else to do. I don't know what now. I may have to buy another computer and just use it for streaming and just have it with no apps, nothing on it. I don't know. Anyways, I need to figure it out. If you're a tech person who knows about these things, do let me know. All right, let's start. So a lot of you were asking me and have been asking me to do a reading on Shannon Sharpe. And this is the funny stuff. I didn't know who this person was, and I really thought it was a woman. And I thought that it was about a woman who got SA'd. And I'm like, okay, let's do this. Because so many of you were like, yeah, we want to know, like, do a reading on Shannon Sharpe. And okay, well, we'll have to wait. I know if you show the cards, I always read them out loud anyways. The cards, and hopefully this issue is going to sort itself out as we go. Anyways, this is not going to be a long live, you guys, today, because it's been a long day. I just hosted a barbecue party, just ended an hour ago, and I'm exhausted, just so you know. Right, back to Shannon Sharpe. So didn't know who it was. And then when I looked up who this person was, in order to understand why so many people were interested in this, I realized it's an NFL player. So there you go. Thank you, everybody. Happy Mother's Day to all of you. As I mentioned earlier, it's Happy Mother's Day and Grandmother's Day because a lot of us were raised by our grandmothers, and they are our mothers too. So let's not forget our grandmothers too. Yes, I didn't. I don't watch the NFL, you guys. I'm not a sports kind of gal. Okay, I'm not a sporty gal. And I was surprised when it came up. Because it just went on. You know how you Google your like latest news. That's what I do, just so I could see what the hype was about. And I'm like, oh, this is not what I was expecting. So there you go. Who Shannon Sharpe is for the non-US viewers who might not know, just like me, who this person is. He is an ex-NFL player, I assume, right? Or is he still playing? Don't know. And he was accused by an ex-girlfriend of essaying her and threatening her life. And she is now pursuing legal action. And guess who her lawyer is? Busby. We all know who Busby is because apparently Busby is like, he pops up like a mushroom anytime there's some kind of like big celebrity being accused of essay and other crimes. So we will also think don't know him either. So yeah, this is who he is. He's not, Margin saying he's not playing anymore. He's not playing anymore. So ex-NFL player. Is the image better now, you guys? Hopefully, because I know it's annoying to watch a video because this is not a podcast. It's not just listening. It's annoying just trying to watch something and things being blurry. So, but if you squint long enough, maybe it works. Just joking. Video is fuzzy. I know, Val. I know I'm struggling with this. My computer is lagging today. I don't know why, because I actually did a deep cleanse on my computer and just removed a lot of stuff. Who knows? I can't. I give up. With this mess. Maybe now? I don't know. Anyways, so he's now countersuing the victim, who is a Jane Doe. We don't know her name, but I guess people who follow Shannon Sharpe or do a deep dive, they would know who he is because they dated. And I believe this happened back in 2022. But it's not, she wants to remain anonymous. We have to respect her for that. She is a victim, or is she? I don't know. This is what this is all about. Today, we're going to do a reading around this to find, I guess that's why people want to know, because I don't know if people are, Sharpe is retired, but he's also in the Hall of Fame for anyone who doesn't know. Thank you for that. Didn't know that as well. I'm getting advice. Do a hard reset on of your computer for 2 minutes, killing the power completely, and then restarting. I always restart when I do these live streams because that kind of like, but I should do a hard restart or reset, actually. That's a good thing, and I should do it this every time, which is what I did on Friday, which is why probably on Friday's live everything went smoothly. Who knows? All right. Oh, RC says she's not anonymous anymore. All right, she's not anonymous anymore. It doesn't matter who the victim is. I mean, it does matter, but again, it's more so about maybe, I guess, finding out whether he did it or not. So before I start with the cards, I did find his chart and looked at his chart. And let's have a quick look at his chart, because I think that is very indicative of possibly what happened. And then we'll throw the cards. See, Denise lives in Texas. She didn't know as well. So you see, if you're not someone who watches football or is an NFL fan, I guess you would know. All right, let's bring up his chart real quick and have a look. And you guys, boom. Can you see, is the chart fuzzy? I hope you can see the chart. Let me know. I hope you can see it. All right, so he's got a Cancer stellium. He's got a lot of Cancer, you guys. He's got Sun in Cancer, which means he's extremely intuitive, very emotional. Sometimes he cannot control his emotions, protective and fierce, especially when it comes to loved ones and family. Cancers do take things too personally and too heart. Chart is clear. Okay, everyone, perfect. At least you can see that. What was I saying? He's overprotective. He loves to have control. That's the main thing. He's got a stellium in Cancer. This guy, extremely controlling, to say the least. Not just that, he is moody and passive aggressive and controlling, which to me, major red flags, right? He also has, well, we don't know his time of birth, but I would assume he is a moon in Cancer. And as you can see, AstroSeek also kind of like guesstimates that he probably has a moon in Cancer, which means that this guy, Shannon, is extremely reactive. He holds grudges. As I mentioned before, emotionally manipulative, especially in relationships, because they do tend, let me bring myself up again, they do tend to smother their partners, right? And this is more so with Cancer men. Cancer women are different. Cancer men can become very possessive. Think of Scorpio. Listen, Scorpio and Cancer are different sides. They come from different sides of the same coin. Scorpios are more the darker energy, the more introverted energy, the more, self-destructive energy. Cancers are more the extroverts, less dark. They're not dark, but they're moody, so they can get dark as well. Let's keep going. Let me bring it up. Hold on. Here we go. All right. He's also got Mercury in Gemini and Venus in Gemini. What does that mean? You probably can see, I just realized that you can see my finger because I'm talking and doing my hand gestures. So Mercury in Gemini, someone who overthinks, chaotic in his communication, extremely chaotic. Like one minute he likes this, next minute he likes something else, or he changes his mind constantly. Insecure, deeply insecure, but sharp and witty. And because he's sharp and witty and has a sense of humor, he's able to mask his insecurities as well. Venus in Gemini, which is what we want, that's what we look at, especially because this is a case of SA. So we want to see what he's like, or what are the influences around his Venus. He's not loyal, you guys. Not loyal. Someone who's not loyal, he expects loyalty and demands loyalty from his partners, but he himself, not loyal whatsoever, extremely flirty and shady. He also, Venus in Gemini also means that he struggles with long-term commitment. And this is what they do. They will, like, the combo of the Cancer stellium and just looking at his chart and this Gemini and the placements. This is someone who love bombs you, wants you to be his. He wants you to assure him that you're faithful, loyal, there for him. All of it gives you false sense of security, and then boom, they flirt, they cheat, they do whatever, So looking at his chart, Shannon seems to be a very deeply emotional and insecure human being with a lot of emotional struggles. Controlling, that's a red flag to me, and reactive. So, and while I was looking at his chart, I'll give you intuitively what I was picking up. We'll just throw the cards as well. So when I was reading his chart, I was like, the middle lies somewhere in the middle with those two. And what happened, she claims, or BuzzFeed, I think they leaked an audio or part of a clip from an audio that she recorded where he threatens to her neck. Yeah. And that's a clear threat. He claims that, hey, you know what, Busby, you just you just leaked or you just posted a very small clip from a very, like, a huge argument that we had. Why did you post the whole thing? And that's why I'm saying the truth lies in the middle. I believe from looking at his chart, this guy won't take no for an answer and comes from insecurities. And especially if he, and I believe that she was a young lady when they were dating. I believe from the article I read, she was 19 at the time. So impressionable, naive. This is a huge mega sports star. A lot of things that would influence her to or trust her. Yes. To not him, her, trust him. And I believe that maybe things got rough, meaning, oh, and by the way, Cancers, when they get angry and they see red, oh, they see red, they can be mean. If you thought Aries can be mean, Cancers can be, because you know what? They hit where it friggin' hurts. So, I'm just saying that I believe, it's not that I don't believe this young lady, but I also, looking at his chart, believe that he has a very forceful personality, and I believe that so she claims that they were intimate without her consent, which is grape. This is graping. On the other hand, we don't know what happened before, what led to the fact where he wanted to have schmecks with her. She said no, but he still went with it. We don't know. I mean, we don't know, right? So I'm just saying that my intuition says that I believe that the truth lies in the middle, meaning that because she was very impressionable, young, maybe they were fighting a lot at that time, or things were really bad, and she took that as SA, whereas he took it as he was being rejected by his girlfriend and he wanted to feel the he just wanted to be intimate with her. I'm just saying, I'm not, listen, we'll look at the cards. I'm just saying what my intuition says, that I believe that if they go to court, that he'll be able to rebuke some of the stuff that she's saying. That's all I'm saying. Look at what RC is saying. I didn't know that, by the way. She maintained a relationship. So why? Why would you stay with someone who essayed you? You guys know, and I've told you this before. When I was 16, I was essayed by my boyfriend at the time, and I was a virgin. So never had schmecks with anyone before. And this is the reason why I'm saying it, is because it sounds a little bit similar, but not. He made me drink wine. He was older. He was 19 years old. He invited me over to his parents' house. They were on holiday. He made me drink wine, and he drank wine too, even though he never drank, which that should have been a red flag. That should have definitely been a red flag. And then he just, he asked me to go to his bedroom, and I thought we were going to cuddle and all of the stuff that a 16-year-old and 19-year-old would normally do, or at least in my head. And then it all happened. I said no, and he wouldn't take no for an answer. But then again, he didn't take no for an answer because he thought, I'm just telling you what he told me later. He thought that I was just being, no, but yes, no, yeah, I'm not ready. So yeah, doesn't make it right. I did not forgive him. And I wrote to him, like I emailed him years later, and I just told him my piece because I needed out, and then blocked him everywhere because I'm like, I don't want to hear it from him. Even though he did reply with, like, it was just one sentence. I need to find that email. It's just, anyways. So it was awful. It was bad. It was very bad experience, but I've got to say, we broke up. Broke up a couple of weeks afterwards, and I did go and tell his mom. I did because his mom loved me a lot. She always loved having me around. So I'm like, listen, she needs to know what her son's like. But I broke up, never saw him again, never spoken spoke to him again and all of that. The fact that she continued on with him a year later, yeah. She pursued him at a local gym. He didn't know her age at the time. She looks older than she is. So I'm just saying, let's have a look what the cards have to say. Let's have a look, okay? Because I'm not sure this is exactly as she claims. Thank you, everyone. No, listen, I've healed from it. I'm really good. That's why I'm super passionate about schmex trafficking and cases and situations where SA is involved, because I've been there. Okay. How it worked for me was like, I kind of felt blessed in the sense that if this was meant to happen to me, I'm kind of blessed that it happened the way that it did with someone that I knew, rather than a much more traumatic, where you walk in that street and a stranger kidnaps you, does whatever, or you're in a club and you're drunk and someone. So, I found the mechanism to get over it and heal from it. And what really helped was be open about it and talk openly about it to my family, especially my mom, because I did keep it from her. I did tell his mom, but I didn't tell my mom until months later, because it just took a toll on my mental health and my self-esteem and just everything. And it helps talking about it 100%. And then my mom just like instantly said, okay, we need to find you a therapist that can help you deal with it. And I did and I'm good with it now. Don't want to see him again, but if I see him again, if let's say by accident or whatever, I see him again, I know I'm not going to be triggered because I'm at peace with it. I'm good with it. Okay. The mother was shocked and she did apologize to me. He was a 19-year-old, all right? How can you reprimand a 19-year-old who still lived at his parents' home, but they did take away the keys of his valuable, stupid car? That was like the punishment. And she did apologize. She did invite me over for dinner. I guess she wanted just to make things right between us, but I told her that I'm sorry, I will never come visit you ever again. No hard feelings. Love you and your husband a lot, but just no. And that was the end of it. And that was the end of it. So I'm very sensitive and very passionate when it comes to these types of things, like essaying, sex trafficking, all of it. And that's why you're going to be seeing a lot of these types of readings and discussions here, because we do need to open our eyes and to what's happening. This also happens inside marital couples, and I know this from personal experience, not me, but someone I know, that her husband was extremely schmexerly abusive to her. He was essaying her. He was abusive, but he was also essaying her and forcing her to have kids, even though she didn't want to. So there are a lot of things. So we need to raise awareness and just normalize that if you have been a victim of SA or schmex trafficking, we have to normalize the fact that people feel safe. We need to create a safe space for victims to come out and share their experience and start pointing fingers, because the biggest thing about SA victims is that they do not want to point fingers because they're scared of what might happen. They're either scared of the humiliation that they might receive and how people might see them. B, they're probably afraid of their abusers. And C, sometimes, and I can tell you this from experience, for me too, it took a week. That's why it took a couple of weeks before I broke up with him. It took me a week to get out of this PTSD and shock and haze that I was in. Not not sure if it actually happened to me, if you know what I mean. Like, I was in a haze. I wasn't sure if I was dreaming, I had dreamt it, or it had happened to me. But physically, the evidence was there. I just didn't want to see. It's like almost like my brain shut down to protect me. So it's important to for victims to feel safe and come out and speak their truth and speak and share their experience without feeling the humiliation or the fear. And that's why I will continue doing these types of readings and talking about this. That's why the diddler stuff is important to, as dark as it is, it's important to me because there are many victims and minors as well. So this is huge. And it also, once the diddler goes down, a lot of people are going to go down. So we all have to be ready to listen and accept what comes out of this and who is involved as well. Just be open. It could be someone that you like, someone you admire, someone that you followed for a very long time. Just be open. I was really in shock. I was in shock. I didn't, but if I hadn't the physical evidence, I may have even convinced myself that it didn't happen. It was like a bad dream, or that it did happen, but I want, like, maybe that I just gave him the wrong signals or mixed signals. You know, the mind plays funny tricks on you when you're under pressure or when you've been through something traumatic. So, yeah. His trial, yeah, officially his trial starts tomorrow. So be ready. Maybe next week, depending on what comes out this week, we will do readings and videos on that as well. So let's throw some cards on. So I'm not gonna throw cards on Shannon. I'm gonna throw cards on this victim. All right. If anyone, because that helps me connect even stronger, anyone who knows who she is, just to just give me her first name. Okay, don't give me her full name if you can drop it. Otherwise it's fine, I'll just connect anyways. Has the image is it any better now? Thank you. Okay, name is Gabriella. Thank you. What's the oops? RC, what's the oops? I'll tell you what my guides told me, all right? I haven't even pulled the cards. So my guides pointed at Busby and they're like, do you know why Busby's involved in this case as well? As it's almost that because of the diddler stuff, okay, now it seems like there is a wave of people or victims or alleged victims, okay, that are coming forward. They're starting to feel more brave and they're coming forward and with their experience and taking legal action. So, according to my guides, okay, the Busby jumped on this wave, on this trend, on the situation right now, giving her a lot of false promises, the victim, the alleged victim, because we don't know. And my feeling is she isn't. Sorry. But that's what I'm getting. There she is, page. She comes up with the Page of Wands because she's obviously younger than him and was definitely very young. Not a minor, but very young at the time they started dating. You guys, I hope you can see the cards. Okay, Page of Wands. This is her card. Okay. Strength, being strong, courageous, or putting a brave face, celebrating because of you guys. I hope you can see the cards. So I have the Four of Pentacles, which Four of Pentacles means someone who is very conservative with their feelings, but also conservative, meaning someone who likes to save money, maybe is thrifty, someone who is also just stingy with not just with their money and their assets and stuff, but this could also be someone who's just stingy with their emotions too. And you have Four of Wands, which is celebration. And then we have Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is I want to be the winner. I am feeling great about this. I love the way things are going. So this is how she sees it. Oh, there it is. Six of Pentacles. I'm just reading out the cards for those of you who can't see it. Six of Pentacles. This, ladies and gentlemen, is in pursuit of money. All right. This is all. I'm not saying he's an angel or, the best guy in the world. That's not what I'm saying. His chart is showing us otherwise, and his energy is definitely telling me otherwise, but it doesn't necessarily make him an essayer. All right. All right. Here it is. This is her energy. Six of Pentacles, expecting to get some kind of settlement, but alas, he's not going for it, as you know. He's counterclaiming. Eight of Swords, a lot of ideas. Four of Swords, very I don't see any cards that indicate any type of violence, if you will. I have cards indicating that they're jumping on this train right now where a lot of these big male celebrities are bad and evil, which we know, but not everyone is bad and evil. And jumping on that because we have a lot of these cases right now. It's not just the Diddler case that's out in the open and has amassed worldwide interest. And yeah, it's High Priestess. They show me this card, or they give me this card when my initial intuition before I started reading, just to validate that it was correct. So yes, you guys, this is all about the money and maybe the just the attention as well, because I paused because I was thinking she was anonymous and she did what's the word I'm looking for, not claim, but yeah, she did pursue this claim as Jane Doe, and now her name is out there. I don't know if it was leaked or the sleuths just found out who she was, but it's false. This is false. Six of Swords. She already has plans what she's going to do with that money, you guys. This is how bad it is. And let me just bring this up, because don't forget, these are all for entertainment purposes only. Only, and not based on facts. Okay? But she had plenty of ideas. She's already spending that money in her head, allegedly. Just claiming, just saying. So, yeah. Do you guys have any questions? Drop us your questions on this. I don't even know if you know what? Let me just read his energy real quick. For those of you just entering, don't forget to like this video and apologies for it being blurry. I don't know what's going on, but I think it was Val who gave me a good tip, and I'll try it next time. So hopefully those issues will iron out. It's funny though, because when I do recordings of videos, like the ones with Jamie or on podcasts and stuff, everything's clear. It seems like it's when I'm on a live. So I don't know what's happening. Thank you, Margin, my beautiful girl. Elle says, yeah. So let's see at Shannon's energy. He is forceful. Listen, he's someone that when he wants something, he wants it, but that doesn't necessarily mean that this is a physically violent man. He can be not violent, but he can be mean. He does have a sharp tongue, but that doesn't make you a bad person, if you know what I mean. Oh, Shannon is going to fight back. He knows what the game is up. He knows what Buzz B is up, you know? Five of Pentacles. He's not settling. He's not settling, which to me is a sign that he may be innocent. Knight of Cups. He liked her. Knight of Cups. He liked her. He was attracted to her. He did like her. The Chariot. Yes, the Chariot could indicate as saying there was a lot of fighting. They did bicker and fight a lot. Again, that doesn't make anyone a bad person or anyone a victim when you fight. It is, relationships are like that sometimes. So there was a lot of fighting. The Chariot can indicate physical stuff, more you know what I mean, physical abuse. There you go, I said it. Two of Swords. He was blindsided by this. Blindsided by this. King of Cups. I'll tell you, his worst crime in all this is that at that time he was hooked on some kind of substance. So whether it was alcohol, some kind of other substance. And yes, this was when he was playing in the NFL. So that is his worst crime, according to my cards. Seven of Swords, it is being sneaky, someone, but I believe this has to do with the fact that he cheated on her. He did substances. He was a wild boy, a partier, drunk from fame and all of that. But there's nothing in these cards. I keep showing this is a Fool that indicate that this guy's this guy's guilty of what he's being accused of. So no, not settling. Not that he's fighting back. So I don't know. Busby, you guys, Busby lately is really just doing my head in. He's really annoying me. Remember the whole Jay-Z stuff? And Jay-Z, we know who he is, and we know how dark, the darkness over there. But again, I like to be fair. The whole Jane Doe stuff, remember with Busby? And then where she claimed that years ago, 25 years ago, that Jay-Z was supposed to take her to party, and then he essayed her and all of that, and then she withdrew. She withdrew the thing. I'm just saying that Busby. Oh, sorry, I didn't even read your comment until now. Exactly. We're saying the same thing. Her doctor when they released unedited versions of text and voicemails. Wow. Date his own species. I agree. He should date, but how many? Why is no one saying, you know what? I want people to go to Leonardo DiCaprio and tell him the same thing. He has a 19-year-old girlfriend right now, and he's over 50. And also, I've said this, and I don't care if I say this in public because this is known in the circles, all right? But people are not going to come out and say it. I know this from someone that I know. Okay, I know and I trust them. They're not liars, and I have bullshit meter anyway. So being a psychic, and intuitive, and empath, you can smell the BS from miles away. that he hooked up with him in Mykonos, and my friend and Leonardo took him to his yacht. Just saying, okay? Allegedly. Let's not get in trouble. I'm just saying. But he dates these 19-year-olds, and people aren't, they make fun, all the memes and the jokes. But why isn't anyone saying anything to Leonardo? This is not the example that you're actually a role model. You're a celebrity. You should lead by example. I don't care what your agents say, your publicists, all the BS that they just put out. This is such outdated PR to me. Outdated. We don't live in the two YKs or the 90s anymore. This whole let's put these celebrities together, or let's have this celebrity date this person. We're going to have a 2-year contract, 3-year contract, just like Bennifer 2.0. It was a contract. It was a contract. And I told you, they announced the divorce back in 2024. And I told you, officially on the contract ends in 2025. So the divorce and all, it's not going to be official legally until 2025. And this is what happened. But no one came out and said, hey, you know what? Not J-Lo, Bennifer are officially divorced. It's all hush hush now. No one's talking. Everyone's talking about Ben Affleck being single and J-Lo doing her own thing. Who knows? Looking for husband number 15, whatever. Yeah, I'm just saying. So I'm not saying Shannon Sharpe is an angel here and he's not at fault. Definitely, he's not someone I would like to date. I mean, this guy has a lot of issues, but again, it doesn't make him a bad guy or someone who would do something bad. So this has to stop. Just generally, this has to stop. Because why? Because women who come out with false claims about other men, when then they're being proven wrong, people will stop believing the victims. People will stop. They won't. The victims will get attacked, ridiculed, made fun of, because people will stop believing them. So this has to stop. I don't know how it's going to stop, but I'm screaming right now, make it stop. Not good for the victims, for the real victims. I'm done. That's it. Sorry about that. Thank you. I'm glad you can actually see me and not see me so pixelated. Oh, Jack Nicholson too, you guys. Jack Nicholson too. There's so many, and back like 10, 15 years ago, they were even more. And some of them still do it, but they keep those relationships on the down low, on the DL, because they know that they're going to get judged now. If you see a 50-year-old now with like a 19-year-old, you'd be like, I'm barfing. This is disgusting. What is a 19-year-old going to do with a 50-year-old? This is a huge age difference. What do they have in common? His wallet? But see, again, that's the thing. We then judge. Instantly, we're going to judge the woman, right? We're going to say, oh, she's a gold digger. She's after his wallet. What is a 19-year-old, 20-year-old, 21-year-old doing with a 50, 60-year-old? See how it's all just messy and awful? And then and if something happens, if this 50-year-old essays you, beats you to a pulp, does whatever, and you come out crying, people are gonna say, well, why were you dating a 50-year-old, a 60-year-old? You're a gold digger, so serves you right. See what I mean? It's a double-edged sword, this whole situation. I know, but there are exceptions. I'm not saying they're not, but I am saying that they are, though, some exceptions. Not everything has to be put in the same pot. Yeah, there are exceptions. Yes, they're gold diggers. It doesn't mean that they deserve to get essayed or get abused in any way just because they're gold diggers. Not at all. But that's the problem. You put yourself in a position which is not good from the get-go. From the get-go. Just the optics of it. And you know what society is like? It's all about the optics. It's all about the optics. Just saying. Oh, yeah. Oh, RC saying the image is clear. You guys, we've got an image. Yay, it's clear. What are you guys saying? I love hearing what you guys say. The female with the Patriot super coach, Belichick. She's 24 and he's 70. What? They met 2 years ago, but I agree with you. You guys, listen, I'm not just saying, love sees that sees no numbers, no age, right? And there are exceptions that there might be an older guy or a younger woman that really falls in love with an older guy. She may have daddy issues. Who knows, right? But I'm just saying, overall, generally, this is not good. I'll keep saying it and saying it and saying it till I get sick myself saying it, which I won't, I promise you. But the thing is, we shouldn't stop talking about this. We shouldn't. And we should make this a safer place for actual victims to come out in public and feel safe that at least we'll accept them and we will support them and we will and we will criticize and go against the evil and the bad. So just my thoughts. I agree. I know he's a part of a different generation. I'm with you on that. I know that, it's not like I'm outing him. This is something that anyone and everyone in Hollywood and in the entertainment industry knows it. Okay. So this is not like a big thing that I'm doing. And I get it. I get they're a different generation. There's still this like this Hollywood like it used to be back in the heyday, right? Because 90s, 80s and 90s were incredible decades for Hollywood and the film industry overall. Okay. Will Shannon return to ESPN? He settled an essay allegation while another one. See, that's the thing. When you're rich and famous, whether you're a female or a male, people are going to accuse you of things. Let's see. Will Shannon return to ESPN? I'm getting he's actually I don't know what he's doing now, where he is, if he is on TV, but he's gonna have he's returning to TV, but not ESPN. I don't know if it's TV, but I see him having a show, sports talk show kind of thing, but not ESPN. I believe this is gonna come out after summer. That's what I feel. It's like coming up. So no, not back to it, ESPN. Who, the ex of Shannon? Or is that who you're talking about? His ex who has allegations. Can you give me her name? I'm confused. He didn't settle it. Initially, he attempted to settle this before she blew it up, but now is fighting it. Are we talking about the same case about this Gabrielle girl? I'm confused what you guys are saying. This ex, you're talking about her. Yeah, he's not settling. He's counterclaiming. He's countersuing. So to me, that was a big indication when I read that article and it said that. So my cards are saying no. He's gonna fight. He's gonna fight. Again, he does have skeletons in his closet. He does have things that he's not proud of and he shouldn't be proud of at all. But this is not it. This specific case, because that's what I was reading. The specific case with this ex-girlfriend is not it. All right. I don't know. All right. So I just wanted real quick to share with you because we do have some wonderful our Femme villager Stacy. Okay, she just soft launched an amazing sushi catering, and it's in the Bay Area, Sacramento. I believe they deliver Sacramento and Bay Area. So I want to show you real quick. Go and follow her, you guys, on Instagram. This is her Instagram. It's called Yokai Sushi, Yokai 916 Sushi. She's been working hard on this for a very long time. Stacy is one of my regular clients as well. She is one of the OG Femmies. All right. And I have this beautiful thing for you. She has a special offer for any one of you who is in Sacramento area, Napa, Bay Area, and Lake Tahoe. You get a special offer and discount, 15% off if you mention Femi. I believe, I don't know what the code is, but I believe Femme or Femi, and she will give you a 15% discount. So you guys, I don't know. She is working with a sushi chef who is fantastic. I know all this because while she was setting up her business, she would book, and I do this. I help people even with launching their businesses. So she was booking readings with me just to see if she was on track, what there was a point where there were some blockages around, etc. So, and I can tell you because I know the ins of her business, blood, sweat, and tears, and a lot of love and passion. And I haven't tried, and I wish I had, but I will when I come over there, when I fly over to the US. They're definitely gonna go to Yokai Sushi and try it. But I know that they've worked hard. They created their own sushi, all of it, everything's fresh. So you guys, this is for you. Special offer, 15% off your first sushi experience. Use the code FEMI or FEM, and Stacy will cater you guys. So yeah, that was the announcement. I'm really happy and proud for Stacy and her mom because they're working so hard. It's life's been tough for everyone, not just them, for everyone. So I'm really proud of them for this. Really proud. I didn't. And thank you for reminding me. I will do this. I was so tired last time. I literally just went, got into, because it's late. It's like 10 o'clock right now, 10 p.m. And I think we were done by 11:15 p.m. Last time. And I didn't. And I said I would do it on Monday and I didn't, but I'm making a note of it because I need some quiet time regarding that. But Brenna, can you do me a huge favor? Can you email me? Just give me like a nudge of a reminder about that. And then I will email you back with what else if I get anything more around that case. How does that sound? Yay, Yokai Sushi. I'm so happy for them. Okay, Dining Out Lover has a credible question. As always, will Busby ever go down? Is he guilty? Ooh. I love it. You're just like straight to the bullseye. Let's see. The first thing I picked up the deck, and the first thing that just came to me is like, Busby does not have a clean past. Just saying. Doesn't have a clean past. And they're taking me back to his early 20s. He's a bit of a wild one, Busby. This is what I'm getting. So yeah, a lawyer and all that, but a wild one. I don't know. Does he ride bikes? I keep seeing bikes. Yep, when he was younger, he definitely liked some of the, but that's fine. That's not hard substances. But I'm just saying, he's not prim and proper. No, career-wise, he's not going down. He's very inventive. Actually, his career is actually booming right now. You guys, Queen of Star. He has a lot of stress because I believe that some of his fellow attorneys, lawyers don't really like him or respect him as much as he would want, or he thinks, or he wants. Definitely though, right now his business is doing good because he's always on the media, right? So, and because he's not afraid to go against people like Diddler or Shannon or whoever, people trust him with their cases. Page of Pentacles, the Star. No, he's not going down. He's not going down. Yeah, he has a rough road ahead of him, but that's not going to break him. It's not going to break him. With a Star as well. He's an attention whore. Absolutely. Page of Swords. Yeah. Yeah. He as I mentioned earlier, he doesn't have a clean past, so he has his own dirty laundry that he would rather hide. And no, he's not going down. Mm-mm. I want to do next week. I'm going to do one on the Valley and Summer House. No, Summer House. There's nothing much to talk about. But if you guys want, I can do an updated because I did predict this way before they separated Brittany and Jax. I had done a reading. I don't remember with who it was. With someone, Zach, I believe, or Georgia. I don't remember. And because already there were rumors out there that things were not going great between them. We all knew about Jax and his ski slope adventures. We all knew that. Okay. um and I had seen that, and I had even seen that Brittany was talking to someone and having an affair with someone. I say it in the video. You can find it on my channel. It was like a year and a half ago, but it'll be interesting. I also want to go back and watch it. It's interesting to see because I only remember that. I remember I saw another guy for Brittany. I did see that they would separate, but I didn't see the divorce. Which I'm glad, Paulette, you brought this up because we're going to do another live and we're going to tackle some of the Bravo stuff. Also, I predicted correctly. Kempar reminded me, which is his birthday. Happy birthday, Kemp! He reminded me that I predicted correctly the relaunch of Shaw's, a new Housewives franchise, which now we know it's the Real Housewives of Rhode Island. That's going to be interesting, actually. That's going to be interesting. And I had seen, and I said Roni's going to get canceled. Kempire just sent me a few days ago. He reminded me that I said that I predicted that. He's like, it's official, it's on pause. So it's interesting. I want to do an updated one on Vanderpump Valley, and all that to see what comes up. But I hadn't seen divorce. I had seen the separation. I had seen the substance, all of this stuff, but I hadn't seen the divorce papers. So yeah, we'll do that. That's going to be a fun one. All right, you guys, I think that's it for today. Yeah, I hope everyone has a beautiful Sunday, a beautiful Mother's Day. It is, if you're a mom, enjoy the pampering. Get your kids to pamper you and your husband. If you don't have a husband and you're a single lady, a single mom. Why did I say single lady? You know what? Beyonce is very I keep seeing her everywhere. I believe something about Beyonce is going to come out soon. Something bad. So Beyonce is going to be in the news for all the wrong reasons. Trust me, it's coming up. And when I said you old single ladies, that's her song. I keep getting like lyrics from her songs, her music. I keep seeing her everywhere. So that's an indication. And I have a bad feeling. So that's an indication something bad is going to come. It's going to come out about her. So yeah. That's it. Jax is talk. Jax is, you know what? If you open the dictionary and you just go and you look up the word sociopath and narcissist, Jack's face should be on there. They should, without an explanation, without definition, it should say, this is the definition of narcissism and sociopathy, with a link to all of them Vanderpump Rules episodes. Okay, before he got fired. Just saying, because Jax says, oh my God. And then I'm going to get blocked by Jax because he watches everything. I don't care. I want to be blocked. I don't follow you. I don't care. Jax. Yeah. Listen, yeah, we're gonna do a deep dive on this relationship. Now that everything's gone down, we're going to do a deep dive. Absolutely. All right, you guys, thank you so much for being here. I just want to say the next week you're gonna have some not aside on top of the lives that we have. I'm going to be posting a couple of videos that are super interesting. The Idaho murders, true crime channeling session that I'm doing with a psychic Jamie that's coming up. So we're recording on Thursday, and I'll upload it Friday, Saturday, depends how fast I can edit or how much time I have. And also tomorrow I have an amazing guest on. I was on his channel. This is San Ching. He is the master Taoist. He is the epitome of the Tao philosophy and mentality and way of living. This is going to be very interesting. And I don't know if you heard me say this last time, but what was really interesting that he and we realized while we were talking, because we felt the energy changing. You can actually see empaths out there, intuitive psychics. You will actually see the change of energy and aura between the two of us. When that video is posted, I'll let you know on his podcast and channel. Tomorrow we're recording on mine, and it's very interesting because we come from the same family, soul family, and we were meant to meet right now. And there's a lot of things about our energy and our connection that we need to explore, but he felt it too. He says it, we said it. He kept going, real meets real, because we were talking a little bit about some of those psychics and mediums on social media as well, and how they just share misinformation regarding the spirit world. Some of them even have the audacity to say that kids don't go to heaven or kids don't go to the spirit world when they pass. The audacity, right? So we're talking a little bit about that. So you'll watch it. I'm not going to say more about it. When it comes out, I'm going to post the links on social media, but he's going to be on my channel tomorrow. That's going to be very fascinating, because we left our discussion was 2.5 hours, and we said, okay, listen, we need to cut it now. Too long. We'll continue tomorrow. And then he's inviting me back over to his channel and his podcast to continue this. So a lot of interesting stuff to talk about, not talk about, but a lot of interesting videos are coming up as well. You guys, I love you lots. Have a beautiful Sunday, and we'll see each other next week. Have a great week. Bye, everybody.